Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? Thought you wasn't gonna hear from me no more, huh? Uh-huh. Well, I'm here. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy St. Nick's Day. La da da da. This is where we are. Let me just start there. Before I say or do anything else, get grounded. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you to buckle up. This is gonna be for Taurus. This is your weekend update. We're gonna roll Friday through Tuesday, the last 5 days of this year. So we're going from December 27th to December 31st. I know most of y'all ain't going to work no way, because it's a long weekend trying to get your groove thing on. Uranus goes direct 12 days from Tuesday. So I think I've read a couple dates. I've read the 12th. I've read the 14th. I think it really depends on what end of the planet you're on. If you're in Australia, I think it'll be the later date. And if you're over here in the Americas or in the Western Hemisphere, as it were, you get the earlier date. However, do your research. You know how I am. Do your research. Don't listen to me and don't listen to nobody else. If you're unsure about something, or if we're unsure, go check it out. But I have seen both dates floating around. But let's just say I'm gonna go with the 12th, because that was the actual first date that I saw. Uranus will be going direct. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle the fuck up. Get grounded. Do all the sage smearing, salt throwing you need to do between now and the 11th of January. I promise you, when the 12th gets here, it's going to be fun. And so just think back to March of this year, 2019, and shit was kind of hit in everywhere. And by the time you got to May, you didn't know if you was coming or going. And I think for a big cross section of us, by the end of May, some changes had been made, and some changes were noticeable right in that moment. Other changes were not noticeable until you probably got to school, the beginning of the school year, August, September. Some of us, like me and my slow ass, I ain't picked it up till like yesterday. So depending on where you are, May was a pivotal month, and I believe sharply that it was so because I think Uranus came out of retrograde right around that time. And so a lot of things just went into upheaval. Things that we thought were going to go one way went another way. People that we thought were going to be hanging around at least for a minute or two did some fucked up shit and had to be let go. So however you want to get that in your life, wherever that fits, that's what we're coming back up on here in January. So it's just like a car with a bad transmission. You put it in reverse, you go to put it in drive, that sucker starts jerking around. Same type of activity on a bigger scale. And it's going to do the same thing that it did in the second quarter of this year. So like I said, anything that, if you can think back to April or May of 2019 and what went on at that time, why did it stay on the board? Queen of Coins stayed on the board. We're going to prop Sister Girl right here. She hung around for a reason. But whatever was going on this year, April, May, you might want to go back as far as March. People that may have been eclipsed out of a certain area in your life, not necessarily eclipsed totally out. And that happens sometimes. You have people and the whatever relationship you had with them at that point, once that eclipse happens, you never get back to that point. You come close, but you never get back to that point. And that's the universe's way of kind of keeping us, and this is what I believe, you may differ, but I believe that's the universe's way of kind of keeping us on track. Sometimes we want to get sidetracked with just bullshit and, dumb shit and shit that's not really forwarding our story, if you will. It's just shit that's just added, extra movie scenes and shit that aren't really moving the story forward. So, whatever was going on then, you can expect some more of that in January. I promise you, take these first 2 weeks in January and get yourself together. Get grounded, seek solitude, all that shit. Do it so you can have your head on right, because when the shit starts flying, it's going to come hard and fast. And again, this is all about us changing. Those of you that have been working steadily to make changes and to kind of open yourself up to different things will probably feel this less intensely. Those of you that have just still pretty much been sitting in the meadows and kind of wandering around and, you know, doing the bull shop, the bull in the China shop, Lord, I'm not talking today, just kind of doing that, and, you know, whenever you feel like flaring up, you may feel this more than others. So a good way to kind of open yourself up to change is by journaling or writing. Talk to yourself. Yeah, that'll give you some insight too. I'm just saying. Yeah, I know people, it's just crazy. Talk to yourself. Yeah, sometimes you need to just get some shit straight. It is what it is. All right, Taurus, so this is going to be the weekend update. Overall energy, that third eye, what you see is what you get. And the bottom end of this is discontent and boredom. I feel that. I feel like a lot of people right now are like, what the fuck? Can we really get this shit going? I am tired of just sitting here in the middle of nowhere, getting nowhere. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Why? It's the last day about transformation. Let me put these where I want them. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, your centerpiece. Monday, and I know y'all sick of seeing the waiting game card, so am I. It is what it is, though. Alright, from this deck, I hear the Justice card. Discontent and boredom is pulling the Ace of Coins. Awareness pulls the Fool. Suffering and silence. Eight of Wands, that quick communication. Passion ignited pulls the Knight of Cups. This ain't no joke. The waiting game pulls the Strength. Transformation pulls the Three of Swords. Interesting. All right, so a reminder, I do my cards straight up. Let me stop here. I love y'all. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you are new, welcome to Taurota Tarot. Take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We try to keep it interesting. That's all I can say. We just try to keep this shit interesting. All right, Taurus. So for this weekend update, how can I give you the energy that I feel? I know for some of you, grandmama say eat fish, leave the bones. So take what applies to you. Leave the rest on the table. However this resonates with you, but you may be feeling excited and anxious because you know some good shit's coming up. You may have seen a thing or two during the last 9 or 10 days leading up to Christmas. If you're here in the Americas, or just leading up to this period right now, you may have just seen a little flicker of something and be like, oh, I didn't know that was there. That's where you are, where a lot of you are, that energy you kind of anticipating. But in the meantime, and I'm going backwards here with the discontent and boredom, a lot of y'all are like, fuck this shit right here. Fuck this job, fuck this man or this woman, fuck this bullshit. I am done, I'm tired, I'm bored, I have no excitement, I'm just over all this bullshit. And on whatever end of the spectrum you are with this, work it out. I know I feel some of this right here, because I'm like, can we just do something else? This is not a bad thing, because when you got that, that's where this starts coming into play. You start opening yourself up to some new shit just because you sick and tired of the old shit. And a lot of you, like I said, you got these feelings of anticipation. You may be a little anxious, and none of it's bad. It's just, you kind of just anticipating what's coming. And for some of you, you know, when flowers start to grow, if you catch them, you can just see them when the little bud starts poking up in the ground. So a lot of you have seen that little bud, like, wait, was that a fly with a leaf? Oh, okay, that kind of energy. That's where we are. The front end, what you see is what you get. But this is really about your intuition. And just notice the color of the card, that deep purple type shit. This is not so much an in-thought kind of thing as it's just a thing. Because you are, it is. And for many of you, this is bouncing back as your intuition. You've been kind of right on. You're like, something told me not to go to that. I'm so glad I didn't go to that Christmas party. Something told me. that kind of thing. A lot of you may be sitting in that energy right there, where you're really in tune with your intuition and listening to that voice in your head, all of that. If you aren't here, or if you don't recognize that you're here, take a minute and do some meditating. But a lot of you I feel it. A lot of you just feel like, and it may manifest itself in your experience as being wary or cautious. A lot of times that's your intuition going, hey, back that up. This is not a bad place to be, because especially if you're trying to get things in balance, there's going to be, now this is just the energy because it's on the board. For some of you, you're going to see a reckoning. That's the only word I'm being given to say. It's reckoning. You're going to see some shit fall right into place. Give it a few days. But you're going to see people that you thought weren't going to do, get right busy doing. Because for whatever they're going through, and I'm going to try and get some other signs up with Taurus, do my Taurus parents, try and do some of that in the next couple of days. If they going through some shit, and you don't know, especially if, for those of you, this is on two fronts. If you are a hiring manager where you are, you may have, decided you were going to hire whoever for whatever, but, you can kind of tell something else is going on with them, and it maybe is not helping them to be as productive as you'd like them to be as a new hire. The other flip side of this is romantically. You may be dealing with someone that you're interested in or that's interested in you, and it's just kind of like, something's going on, and it may feel like it's third party energy. I'm going to get to this and explain this. Not what it is, not what you think it is anyway. But that kind of feeling, like, what? I know I just met you, but what the fuck are you doing? Right there. And it's okay to feel like this. Just know the energy that's around you. There is some new shit. And you're going to bring some balance to whatever you're going to. And for others of you, there's going to be some balance brought to situations, and ain't nobody going to have a damn thing to say about it. That's major energy. For tomorrow, the Fool card. It's business. Those of you that are trying to take some kind of business risk, be aware of everything that's going on. Especially those of you that are getting ready to link up with somebody, or somebody that's getting ready to do something. Be aware. Be aware. Because it might be a thing where somebody is feeding them a line of bullshit, and the people you're dealing with, they don't realize that it is bullshit, and they turn around and try and feed you the same. Be aware. Those of you going into business or newly in business or starting up a new partnership and alliance with somebody, be aware of every angle of what you're doing. And if it takes you additional time to say a yes or a no to something, take it. And if folks start kicking about you taking extra time to think about or research or whatever, let that be the signal. Let that be the reason. Let that be the reason. Because whatever you're getting into, you need to be 100% sure. It's not so much that something negative down the road is going to happen. The bigger issue is going to be about doing do-overs. And are you really going to feel like doing over a whole bunch of shit that you put in a lot of time and effort to, but because somebody else was being sold a line of bullshit, you got to do the whole damn thing all over again. Hell no, you ain't trying to do that. Be aware. It's all right to take the risk. Y'all hear me? But be aware. Be aware. And know that it is a risk. I'm not getting a whole lot of romantic out of this. This is definitely King and Queen of Swords type of energy. Very cut and dry, very business-like, very calculated, measured type shit, which leads me to believe this is business oriented. If it is a situation where it is a partnership and alliance that's new and it is romantic, I'm going to say the same thing. Be aware. Know what you need to know about the person you messing with. There again, they might be trying to feed you a line of bullshit, trying to get access to someone or something that you are close to. So not a lot of that, more business, less romantic, but just be aware of the risk that you're taking. Saturday, suffering in silence, put communication. Not so much suffering in silence, you actually will be coming out of this with somebody. Now, this might be romantic, this might be business, but you may be, right this minute, suffering in silence because there is no communication. By the time we get through with New Year's, you will definitely have all the communication your heart desires. I promise you. You may not like all of it, but you're going to get a lot of, so you'll be moving out of this. Mind you, that's 9. Woo, woo, woo. 2019. So this may take you right up to New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve, Monday or Tuesday. But you're going to come out of the suffering and silence part, and the communication is going to be quick. Everybody going to have something to say about something to do, and it's going to be quick. Be on your P's and Q's. Any downtime you got in here, in between things, try and take a moment and get grounded. What is really going to be your challenge for the next 4 or 5 days between now and the time we get to the new year itself? Somebody's digging you. Matter of fact, for some of you, it might be a whole lot of somebody's digging you. Your challenge is to figure out who it is. I know you like, lady, what the hell did you just say? I'm just telling you what they're telling me to say. There's passion ignited. And it may be for some of you on a lot of different fronts. It may be a creative thing with somebody new or somebody that you've known. Could go either way. It may be a collaboration with a family member. But the bigger energy is romance. Somebody has got the hot totsies for you. They may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have that energy somewhere prominent in their natal chart. Let me clarify that. For some of you, it's going to be trying to figure out who it is, and for some of you, it's going to be trying to figure out who you want. That's going to be your problem for the next handful of days. On top of that, it's the same thing, the Knight of Cups. Singing them messages, love, boo-boo. Think about it. For many of you, I'm going to just say that, there may have already been some kind of overture by someone, and you just didn't pick up on it because you're not looking at this person in this way. There are multiples here. I don't just see one person. I see lots of people. So you may be anywhere on that spectrum. It might be one person for you, but for the next Taurus, it might be 5 or 6 people. Your object is to figure out who it is, or who it is, whom, plural, whom it is, and figure out if you want to respond. For some of you, this is even recycled energy, so it may be some exes trying to come back into play. B, just this third eye energy, that intuition, just kind of don't do anything. My cousin told me today, chill, girl, just chill, it'll be good, just chill. So I'm going to tell you the same thing, just that chill energy. Let your intuition take the wheel, if you will, and kind of guide you in the direction that's best for you, not necessarily the direction you want to go in, because the direction you might want to go in might not be the best direction. You're going to have to figure this shit out, though. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to have to figure it out. I'm probably not exempt from this either, but you're going to have to figure some shit out. You're going to have to figure out who it is, and then some of you are going to have to figure out who and what you want. Just put it there. That's your challenge. That's not a bad challenge to have. When we get to Monday's energy, the waiting game, strength. For some of you, it's going to be about waiting, and this is resonating on both fronts as well, business and relationships. Those of you waiting to hear about a position, it's coming, but you're not going to hear it. You're going to have to wait. You're just going to have to wait. Fuck it. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. And it could be, depending on where you are, a combination of things. People on holiday, people off for the holiday, people just not paying attention this time of year, even in the remotest of places. It's still got a funky little kick to it because it's just the end of the year. What the hell? So it's coming, dear Taurus, but I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait. You're just going to have to wait. Just know that it's coming. In the meantime, it may take some strength, and this is more mental than physical. It may take some strength for you not to get impetuous, not to get hasty, because while you're waiting, you know what, but that job, I'm going to go find me another job. It might just be just like that, because you're just tired of waiting. And the energy here is to really, really, really buck the temptation, and just stay strong and hold on for what you know you want and what you know you're good at, what you're qualified for. I know. I hear you. Same thing with relationships. If you gonna be in a holding pattern for a minute, it's okay. And you check that 2 out up there. It may well be in some situations until the 1st of February before anything really gets kicked up off the ground. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. There's always stuff to be done while you waiting on somebody to call you for a job, or you waiting to try and figure out some relationship shit. There's always something to be done. Let me just put it where it is. And I'll be the main person telling y'all, hey, you know, you need to do this. And when it comes to my shit, I'm like, really? I'm going to bed. Fuck this shit here. For real, though. You have the strength to resist whatever. And just hang on for what it is that you want, Taurus. And know that it's coming. It's just going to take some time. For the good shit, the last day of the year, this is about the celebration. For some of you, you may encounter an ex that had something to do with all this excess heartbreak and shit. But it's not going to come off. The energy is not going to be negative. That's the best way I know how to put that. So for those of you that may be running into, going out to the club for the New Year's Eve thing, yeah, boo-boo, and you may run into an ex, it's not going to be that, here's that son bitch here. Let me go in. It's not going to be that way. And it may be for a variety of reasons, drugs and alcohol, and you just chill. I'm just saying, it's New Year's Eve. It could be a variety of things, but when you come up on this, if you are feeling like you need to sharpen up your horns real quick so you can just, you know, don't do it. Don't do it. Try to bring the peace. For some of you, I don't know, this is another storyline, you may be reconnecting with an ex. Just know that this is about the transformation. So things that the universe is throwing in your path, the faces may look the same, but trust me, the circumstances are definitely different this time. So kind of be mindful of that. Don't just jump right out there with the first thing. Give up my hair. I want to talk to you. Show some love. Be the bigger person if it's got to be all that. Be the bigger person. Give a hug, give a kiss, whatever. Shake a hand, whatever. If they're there with someone else, there's no reason for you to be trying to take your earrings and your shoes off and mess up your good dress, trying to knock somebody out. It ain't worth all of that. Try to diffuse any triggering third-party energy. On the other side of this, it's going to be some celebrating. Just look at it good that way. Be some celebrating. You may be celebrating with some people that you're not familiar with, or maybe even for some of you, people you got questions about. I'm just saying. Keep your eyes open. Realize everything that's going on at this point is about transformation. And Taurus is definitely about transformation for us, particularly where our mindsets are, because we are still stuck on stupid with a lot of shit. I've been doing it this way. I'm a Taurus, goddammit. I'm going to do it just the way I know I'm supposed to do it. I'm Taurus. I'm stubborn. I'm going to do it. You know what? Let it go. Let it go. I know it is difficult to deal with change, especially when we're dealing with relationships. But here's my queen. She pops up. And the message from her is to not let shit get messy. And don't be all possessive. Let shit flow. Especially you're dealing with relationships and exes. Don't get messy. Same thing that I'm telling you down here. I forgot she was up there. Same thing I'm telling you about this down here. You know, you may run into some bitch just cheated on, just wrong, and mistreated you, just wrong. Let it go. Let it go. Don't bring in the new year with none of that bullshit ass energy. Let it go. Understand that you are going through transformation, and there's no reason for you not to be a trusting soul, and there's no reason for you to let shit get messy. It just ain't. Just know that. Let's see what the Oracle cards have. I'm going to do a couple different things with that. But let's see what this first deck has. This is for Taurus Universe, the last 5 days of 2019. Please, what is your advice for dear Taurus? Body talk. See the solution. Be flexible. Listen to your heart. Feed your spirit. And this is that old nasty deck. I forget the name of it. It's listed at the bottom. Look for one of the videos with all the words at the bottom. You'll see this is the Lover's deck. I don't give a fuck or something. I don't remember, but they were kind of calling me when I walked in the door. When I walk in my door, I can see all of this laid out. And so I usually have all of my decks stacked up. And these were just sitting there like, hey, how you doing? We ready. Okay, so I'm going to pull these. These are particularly and specifically for love and romance. So I pulled 5 of those, and I'll pull 5 of these. We can just get some insight on what the fuck for what the fuck. Ooh, and we are still under 30 minutes. I'm impressed with myself today. All right. Open your mouth. This is about relationships now. Open your mouth. Talk. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. 2, 3, 4, 5. So for relationships, I'm doing those first since I got them up on top first. Open your mouth. Say what the hell you need to say. You ain't got to get all bent backwards. You ain't got to be nasty and none of that. Just say what you need to say. Put it out there and use your words. I'm just saying. We can't be all the things. Your ass needs some help. Ask for it. Hire it. Make it happen. This is coming back up here. Those of you maybe that are hiring people. I don't know. It's a romance card, but it's resonating just that way. Your ass needs some help. Ask for it. Hire it. Make it happen. We can't be all the things. Just saying. It's not that serious. Laugh, fuckers. Don't let the bullshit make you bitter. I'm just saying. Especially when you did right here. Don't let the bullshit make you bitter. Okay, so you see Leroy standing over there in the corner, or Tanisha in the other corner, however's resonating with you. And your face just goes into immediate, oh, hell no, snarl form. No. Let that shit go. Find the flaw. Are they pants unzipped? They got a hole in something? The hair sideways? Find something and go with that. And just be gracious, Taurus. Just be gracious. Forgive. Not for them. Do that shit for you. Coming right back over here. So I had a feeling a lot of y'all are going to be running into some folks. New Year's Eve or maybe Monday night. Yeah, y'all going to be running into some folks. The bigger issue, forgive and do it for you. Do that shit for you. Fuck it. You got that one. And go all in or get the fuck out. So, decision making time. That's coming right here. You figured out who it is, and you got your little passion ignited. Everybody's just got all the warmth and fuzzies and shit. Making that damn decision, Taurus. Do it all. Get the fuck out. Don't do no half-ass shit. Body talk. And this is clearly coming back as paying attention to what your body is throwing out to folks and what folks are throwing back to you. Pay attention. That intuition, that third eye shit ain't no damn joke. It is not. Padao. Just pay attention to people and how their bodies are talking. And for some of you, on a health note, listen, if you upset stomach for the past 6 weeks, that's too long. Go to the doctor. Should you know you've been dragging your ass on, carry your behind to the doctor. That's the other side of this. But for a bigger cross section, the bigger energy is what your body sending out. There's some of y'all, I've been getting little messages and notes. Some of y'all, I can't attract nobody. How's your body looking? You all twisted up, arms all folded and shit, legs all crossed. Are you open? Sometimes people need to see that you're open and not just hear you saying something. Just throwing it out there. Listen to your heart. Right there. Listen to the heart, because the passion is ignited. Listen to your heart. It's not a bad thing. It really isn't. Listen to your heart. Even to this transformation. You're going out and you run into some folks. Be kind. Just listen to your heart. Your heart is not going to have you doing no fucked up shit. Listen to your heart, especially if you're making decisions. Listen. Be flexible. Some of you need to change it up. You've been doing the same old thing. You keep attracting the same old thing. Trying to figure out why am I attracting the same old thing? What the hell? Be flexible. Let your approach to relationships or things, business, whatever, be flexible. See the solution. You're having problems trying to figure some shit out. Sit down. Take a minute. That solitude I was talking about earlier. And figure some shit out. See the solution. Things may not be as complicated as you think they are, or maybe as you're making them to be. At the end of all of this, Taurus, feed your spirit. Whatever it is. Dancing, singing, listening to music, just sitting outside listening to the rain or looking out the window at the snow. Whatever it is that makes your spirit feel good, do it. Do it all month. Let me just put that there. Don't let January get past you. Feed your spirit. That's what keeps you going when shit gets all fucked up. I'm going to leave it there, babies. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a fabulous New Year's Eve, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.